Welcome back to the Murphy Family Kitchen. I'm Jim Murphy, and today we're going to make a special dinner. We are going to make some filet mignon and some cream spinach, and I'm going to show you step by step how we do it. We're going to start out with the filet mignon in a cast iron pan on the stove, transfer it over to the oven to finish up, and then we're going to cream some spinach. This is real fast, real easy. I think something that you'll enjoy. You can use any kind of steak. I just happen to have a piece of filet mignon, so we're going to go ahead and do that today. So let's get started. So the first thing that we want to do then is season our meat. So I have two nice pieces of steak here, and I have my brisket rub that I use, which is just 50% salt and 50% pepper. This is my favorite thing to put on beef, so that's what we're going to use here. And we're going to get a nice little coating on it, not terribly heavy, but we wanted to get a nice crust in the pan. So we're going to put that on both sides. And that's going to give us the nice crust that we're looking for when we sear it in the pan. All right, that looks good. Okay, so we have our pan starting to heat up now. I put some olive oil in there, and if you've seen my videos before, you know I keep bacon fat in a little kettle, and I put some of that in there as well. We're going to let that get good and warm before we put our steaks in. That'll help us give it a good sear. It'll probably take 4 or 5 minutes on both sides to get a nice sear on the outside of it, and then we're going to take it and put it in the oven. I have my oven heating up now to 400 degrees. All right, our pan is good and hot now, and so we're going to go ahead and put these steaks in. That sounds perfect right there. And we're going to have to turn it down just a little bit, but you should wait until just about when the oil starts to smoke just a little bit. That's when you know you've got it warm enough, and we'll stick those steaks down in there. And 4 or 5 minutes on each side is all we really want, and then we're going to finish them off in the oven. All right, it's been right about 4 minutes since we turned these over, and they got a really nice sear on the bottom side. We're going to baste them for one more time here, and then we're going to put them down in the oven. That looks really nice. So we're going to want these to be medium, so probably around 140, between 140 and 145 in the middle. And so I'm going to check it before I put it in. And right now it's just at 95, so we got a little bit of ways to go. But I'm going to go ahead and get this in the oven. And we'll come back and check on that again shortly. But in the meantime, I'm going to get ready to do our spinach. Okay, for the cream spinach then, we're going to start to warm up our pan a little bit. And I'm going to use, instead of olive oil, I'm going to use my bacon fat here, and just about 2 tablespoons. So our pan's warming up now. We're going to add our spinach in here, and this is 1 pound of spinach leaves. And it looks like an awful lot, but once it starts to wilt down, it really is not all that much. And try not to make too big of a mess with this. I'm rarely successful at that. There we go. some salt in here. It'll help it wilt down a little bit. And that'll just take a couple of minutes to reduce down. All right, we have this wilted down now, and so we are going to add into this now our heavy cream. So we got about a half a cup of heavy cream. And we're going to mix that around. And just let it simmer. I turn the heat down a little bit. We're going to let it simmer here and just thicken up for a minute. And while that's simmering, I want to add in here about 2 tablespoons of butter. Help give it some creaminess. Let that melt down. So that needs to simmer for about 2 minutes. I'm going to check the steaks real quick. Right at 146, so I'm going to pull those off out of the heat. Put these here where you can see it. They look really good. We're just going to let them sit there and rest for a bit. Okay, that's looking good. And now we're going to add in our Parmesan cheese. And that was just a half a cup of cheese. Mix that around real good so that it gets all incorporated. And then we're going to let that simmer out here for a few minutes. All right, that's looking really good. We've got it turned off. We're going to get some of this spinach on a plate for us here. That looks amazing. Get a steak, and we're going to go see how we did. Well, this looks amazing. Let's see how it is. Very, very tender. That looks awesome. Steak is wonderful. And the spinach is fantastic. This is really a great dinner. I think it's something that everybody would enjoy. Well, I thank you all for watching. I'm glad that you were here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so. Hit that subscribe button. If this was good, if this was helpful for you, give me a like, hit the like button. Share this with your friends. Check out my website, my Facebook page. I got a lot more videos coming up that I hope are helpful to you. So we'll look forward to seeing you all again at the next video. Thanks. Bye now.